Imagine this. You're driving home, minding your speed, when a dreaded flash of red and blue appears behind you. Your heart sinks. A traffic ticket isn't just a fine. It's insurance hikes, points on your license, and a stain on your record. But what if the next 60 seconds, the words you choose, your demeanor, your understanding of the unspoken rules of the traffic stop, could completely rewrite the ending of this story? This isn't about slick tricks or getting out of deserved punishment. This is a masterclass in communication, human psychology, and legal awareness, straight from the playbook of defense attorneys and former law enforcement. Buckle up. Question to you. We've all been there. The panic, the scramble for documents. What's the one thought that goes through your head the moment you realize you're being pulled over? Share your instant reaction in the comments below. Your experience might just help another driver stay calm. Introduction. The traffic stop as a high-stakes conversation. A traffic stop is one of the most common interactions between citizens and law enforcement, yet it's fraught with anxiety and misunderstanding. For the officer, it's a situation of heightened caution and procedural scrutiny. For the driver, it's often perceived as an authoritarian power play ending in a financial penalty. The truth lies in the middle. It's a short, high-stakes interpersonal negotiation. Legal experts agree that while the facts of your violation matter, the context and presentation of those facts are often negotiable. Officers exercise prosecutorial discretion every single day. Your goal is not to argue the law, but to present yourself as a safe, reasonable, and respectful citizen who may, just this once, merit a warning instead of citation. This 5,000-word guide deconstructs that interaction layer by layer, providing you with the verbal tools, strategic mindset, and legal knowledge to navigate it effectively. Part 1. The foundation, mindset, and preparation before you speak a word. 1.1 The psychology of the officer. What are they really assessing? Before you craft your words, understand the other side of the dashboard. An officer's primary concern during a traffic stop is safety. Theirs, yours, and the public's. From the moment they light you up, they are running a risk assessment. The approach. Are your hands visible? Is there sudden movement? The initial contact. Are you agitated, intoxicated, or hostile? The conversation. Are you deceptive, argumentative, or compliant? Your words are filtered through this lens of threat assessment. Phrases that signal calmness, predictability, and respect lower the perceived threat level, creating a space where discretion, a warning, is more likely. 1.2 Your pre-word checklist. Actions speak louder. Your physical actions set the stage for your verbal communication. Before you utter a syllable, follow this protocol. Signal and pull over safely. Use your turn signal. Choose a well-lit, wide area of a shoulder. This shows consideration for safety. The hands-on-wheel protocol. Once stopped, turn off your engine. Place your hands on the top of the steering wheel, clearly visible. If it's dark, immediately turn on your interior dome light. This is the universal sign of I am not a threat. Wait for instruction. Do not rummage for your license or registration until asked. The officer wants to see your hands on the initial approach. Compose your demeanor. Take a deep breath. Adopt a neutral, calm facial expression. Your goal is to project cooperative serenity. Part 2. The verbal toolkit. Phrases that work and why. This is the core of the playbook. Each phrase is designed for a specific purpose within the interaction. 2.1 The opening gambit. The first 10 seconds. The first exchange sets the tone. Avoid saying nothing or a gruff what or what did I do? The recommended opener. Good morning/afternoon/evening. Officer. How can I help you today? Why it works? Is polite, respectful, and establishes you as a cooperative participant. It frames the interaction as you assisting them in their duty, not you versus them. 2.2 The permission and context phrase. After the initial greeting, the officer will typically state the reason for the stop. Your next move is critical. Instead of, I wasn't speeding, or that's not fair, which is argumentative. Use this. I understand. May I provide my license, registration, and proof of insurance for you? I keep them in my glove compartment/center console. Is it all right if I reach for them? Why it works? I understand. acknowledges you have heard them. It does not mean I agree I am guilty. It means I hear your statement. Asking for permission to reach reinforces their control and your compliance, easing safety concerns. It is proactive and moves the interaction toward the procedural. 2.3 The tactical belief statement. If you have an opportunity to speak about the alleged violation, sometimes the officer will ask, "Do you know why I stopped you?" This is where nuance matters. The wrong way, a flat denial, "I was not going 60. This calls the officer a liar and ends discretion. The lawyer-approved way. "Officer, I believe I was watching my speed closely and keeping with the flow of traffic for safety. It's possible I made a mistake, and if I did, I sincerely apologize." Why it works. I believe states your perspective without being confrontational. Keeping with the flow of traffic invokes a common-sense safety principle. "It's possible I made a mistake" shows humility and rationality, key traits of someone who learns from a warning. "I sincerely apologize" is a powerful disarmer. It's not a legal admission of guilt, but a social acknowledgement of the inconvenience. 2.4 The safety-first explanation for minor violations. For infractions like a slightly rolled stop sign or an unsignaled lane change, context can help. Phrase, "I apologize for that. My attention was focused on the cyclist coming up on the right / the car that seemed to be drifting / making sure the intersection was completely clear. Safety was my top priority in that moment." Why it works. It reframes your action from "I broke a rule" to "I was prioritizing a higher safety concern." It shows active, defensive driving judgment. 2.5 The strategic de-escalation question. If the interaction feels tense or you are confused, a question can reset the dynamic. Phrase, "Officer, to help me be a safer driver, could you clarify what the safest maneuver would have been in that situation?" Why it works. It casts the officer in the role of a teacher or safety expert, not just an enforcer. People are more generous when positioned as helpers. 2.6 The graceful acceptance. If a ticket is inevitable. If it's clear a citation is being written, arguing at the roadside is futile and harmful. Your goal now shifts to preserving a positive record for a potential court challenge. Phrase, "I appreciate you explaining that, officer. While I'm disappointed, I respect your duty. Is there any information on the citation about the process to request driving school or a mitigation hearing?" Why it works. It maintains dignity, shows respect for the process, and demonstrates you are informed about your next steps. It leaves the interaction on a non-hostile note, which can be beneficial if you later appear before a judge. Part 3. The legal landscape. Knowing your rights and their limits. Smart communication is underpinned by knowing where the boundaries are. 3.1 The right to remain silent politely. You are obligated to provide your license, registration, and proof of insurance. You are not obligated to answer potentially incriminating questions like, "Do you know how fast you were going?" or "Have you had anything to drink tonight?" How to politely decline. Officer, on the advice of counsel, I prefer not to answer any questions without my lawyer present. I am happy to provide my documents. Why it's powerful. It invokes a core constitutional right in a non-confrontational way. It immediately stops any line of questioning that could dig you into a deeper hole. 3.2. You don't mind if I search your car, do you? The consent search. This is a major crossroads. Officers often ask for consent because it is the easiest way to make a search legal. Your calm, effective response. "Officer, I do not consent to any searches. I respect your job, but I choose to exercise my privacy rights." Say it calmly and repeat if necessary. Lack of consent is not probable cause. If they have cause, they will search anyway. Never physically resist. 3.3 To record or not to record. In most jurisdictions, you have a right to record a traffic stop in plain view. If you choose to do so, announce it calmly. "Officer, for the transparency and safety of both of us, I'm going to audio record this interaction. I want to ensure I fully understand all your instructions." This often ensures utmost professionalism from all parties. Part 4. Common pitfalls. Words and behaviors that guarantee a ticket. The argument. This is Bull's *****. You have nothing better to do. This is a one-way ticket to a citation and potentially additional charges. The bribe. Never, ever joke about or offer anything of value. This is a serious crime. The false excuse, elaborate lies about medical emergencies or other fabrications are easily seen through and destroy credibility. The name dropper, "I know the sheriff," is almost a cliché that signals entitlement and backfires. The physical confrontation, any aggressive movement, refusal to hand over documents, or attempt to leave will escalate immediately and severely. Part 5. The aftermath. What to do if you get the ticket. The interaction isn't over when you drive away. Note the details. As soon as safely possible, write down everything. Time, location, officer's words, your words, any witnesses. Did the radar gun display clearly? Were signs obscured? Review the citation. Check for any clerical errors, wrong date, car color, statute number. These can sometimes lead to dismissal. Evaluate your options. Pay the fine, an admission of guilt. Points on license, insurance impact. Traffic school, often available to keep points off your record for a minor violation. Mitigation hearing. Explain circumstances to a judge. Fine may be reduced, but it's still a finding of guilt. Contested hearing. You challenge the ticket. The officer must prove their case. This is where your detailed notes are critical. Often, if the officer doesn't show, you win by default. Conclusion. The empowered, safe driver. Avoiding a traffic ticket isn't about getting away with it. It's about understanding that the law is administered by humans, and human communication is part of that process. By approaching a traffic stop with preparation, respect, and strategic communication, you exercise the most powerful tool you have at that moment, your ability to present your best self. It's about transforming a moment of panic into a composed, informed interaction. It's the difference between feeling like a victim of the system and navigating it as an aware, responsible citizen. Final question for you. After reading this, what's the one strategy you'll definitely remember the next time you see those lights? Will it be the hands-on-wheel protocol, the polite opener, or knowing your right to remain silent? Share your key takeaway in the comments. If you found this detailed, lawyer-vetted guide to your rights and communication on the road valuable, do two things. 1. Share it with a driver in your life. It could save them real stress and money. 2. Subscribe to our channel. We break down complex legal and practical topics into actionable knowledge you can use every day. Your safety and empowerment are our priority. Hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications now.